were you, man, for last 2-3 days? Renil?
Sir, I was here. I attended your class, right?
I couldn't see you. I was searching you. Okay.
I was there, sir.
In the last class, we have seen that grandmother was depicted, grandmother was picturized, grandmother was presented as a winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity. White is a symbol of spirituality. White is a symbol of holiness. White is a symbol of serenity. Serenity means clear thoughts. A thought without any distraction, without any dirt, without any bad, evil thoughts. Serenity of thought. Clearness and clarity. So, purity is there. Pure white serenity. The holiness without the touch of a single dot of evil. You see how a grandson is, presenting his grandmother in front of the audience. Khushwant Singh asks you, Khushwant Singh requests you, Anila, Khushwant Singh asks you, likewise, make a picture of your grandmother. Here, my question to you is, can you make such a picture about your grandmother? Think of yourself. Think of yourself. Okay. My grandmother and I were good friends. They were very good friends. A good relationship is shown. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city. This may be an experience of many of you. My parents left me with my grandmother when they went to Dubai, when they went to Qatar, when they went to Canada. Am I right? You see, you have to read the chapter relating to your personal life. Then only you will be able to grasp the depth of meaning behind each word. Literature is very deep. It is depending upon each one's imagination. We are 61, 65, 90 or 100 students. When the 100 students read this, 100 ways will be there, depending upon each one's life. Then only the flower of literature blooms. So, my parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we were constantly together. I was always with my grandmother only. Papa, Mummy comes once in 3 years. Once in 3 years. So, for the 3 years continuously, I was with my grandmother. She used to, that usage we will see many times. She used to do in my early childhood. She used to wake me up in the morning because you won't wake up. By yourself, you won't wake up. Josie sir has told what is your timing for waking up? 5:30 maximum, 5 o'clock to 5:30. I know among these fellows, nobody is getting up at 5:30. Alentina, am I right? Alentina's rising time is 7:45. And she lies on the bed and mama brings the paste and brush, and on the bed mama does it. And she goes and washes the face. Am I right, Alentina? This is our, and I can't hear your voice. That is why I cannot, because there is some audio problem. This is not, Alentina is a representative of our class. This is a case of our class. We need a person to call you from your sleep. Marin, at what time you are getting up? 6:45. No, sir, later than that. In between, Sabri, how many times mummy calls you? How many times you made the excuse? 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Grandmother used to wake Kushwant Singh in the morning and get me ready for school. Even now your parents are giving you the dress from the Almirah. You are giving an order to mummy. Mummy, bring that dress. Bring that dress. Oh, you are little children. Diya, you are little girl of 3 years and 4 years, and then mummy has to bring. You see, get me ready for school. Underline, wake me up in the morning. Underline. Second, get me ready for school. Third one, she said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song. So she says her morning prayer. We don't have the morning prayer, isn't it? You don't have the morning prayer. That is why I am doing our morning prayer here before the class. I know you are not doing it. Lakshmi, we don't have the morning prayer, isn't it? Sir, morning prayer. What is that, sir? Any name of the breakfast? The name, my breakfast is my morning prayer. My breakfast is my morning prayer. Lakshmi. Otherwise, Lakshmi will not come to your house. A physical Lakshmi will there at home. Real Lakshmi will not come. If you want Lakshmi, have the morning breakfast, morning prayer. So today you start, okay? So you will be the Lakshmi of the house. Otherwise, after some years, mummy will ask you, what Lakshmi? Endut Lakshmi? Okay. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. Really, your nature. I think one day you will also become Kushwant Singh. Because grandmother knew very well your psychology. There are here biopsychology students. Biopsychology students, please answer. Alina, biopsychology. What do you know about the psychology of the grandmother? But the grandmother knows your psychology because she will never obey. Mummy asks her to sit for prayer and she sits here and she is thinking about some other things. Alina, she has gone. Where is Alina? So when the real things are told, people are getting out of the place, isn't it? So Grandmother knows if I ask Kushwant Singh to pray in the morning, he will not be happy. But it was the moral responsibility of grandmother to teach him morning prayers, how to pray. Otherwise, what will happen when his father and mother comes from Qatar and Dubai? They will ask grandmother, what did you do, Amma, here? They will ask, I entrusted my child at your hands for 3 years. What did you do? Prarthikam polum. Even the child does not know how to pray. Amma, what were you doing here as a grandmother? They would scold me. So grandmother wanted to teach the grandchild how to pray. But grandmother knows the psychology of the child, that this child will not hear my words. So grandmother used a technique. While getting ready for him to the school and while bathing him, grandmother was singing prayerful songs by herself. Grandmother was saying prayer for herself in a louder voice, so that this child may hear every day, and unknowingly the child may learn it by heart at least. Clear now? This is the technique of grandmother. This is the technique of grandmother. Shabari, how many times you have lighted the lamp in the evening at home? Any one day? Not a single day. But you know what mummy, or do you have sister? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. I can read from your lips. So, okay. You might be seeing your mother or grandmother lighting the Nelavalak in front of the house in the evening, isn't it? It is there? Okay. At that time, you know what they pronounce. Deepam, Deepam, Deepam. Am I right? Jyoti, am I right? When you people light the Nelavalak in front of the house, you say Deepam, 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 isn't it? Am I right? They know that if I tell to Jyoti, she is not going to do this one. So mummy is pronouncing it aloud, so that this naughty child may learn it. Unknowingly, Jyoti studied what is to be told when the lamp should be lighted. Clear now? Clear now? This is the technique grandmother did while bathing the child. While making ready to school, grandmother was reciting the prayer in a little louder voice, so that this child may learn the prayers. Okay? So, while she bathed and dressed me in the hope, in the expectation that I would listen and get to know by heart, I may learn it by heart. I listened. Anjana, I listened. I heard, because I loved her voice. What a beautiful voice she had. Her voice was compared to the great Asha Bhosle. And her voice was compared to Asha Bhosle, of P. Sushila of Malayalam. I heard, I attended, because my grandmother's voice was so beautiful. I listened because I loved her voice, but never bothered to learn it. He was not interested to learn it. Then she would fetch my wooden slate. Even now, you think you are in class 11. If it is offline classes, who will carry your school bag? Devika, to the bus stop, who will carry your school bag? Your mummy will carry, and you will walk very freely. Mummy says, oh, coach, oh, no problem, I will carry. You don't take. Isn't it? Elaine, isn't it? Even mummy is giving food in the mouth of Elaine. Urla. Oh, coach. There are many coach, not och, but coach in our class. I know very personally, I know. There are many coach. Mummy is feeding in the mouth. Okay. So here you see, then she would fetch my wooden slate, writing slate, wooden slate, which she had already washed. After writing, slate should be washed, cleaned. She washes and plastered with yellow chalk. Here plastered means tied with, kept with. Because children write with the pencil, not this wooden pencil. There is slate pencil, stone pencil. With that they write on the slate. So that pencil is also kept with. A tiny earthen ink pot and a red pen. Okay. At that time there were no such fountain pen. Nib pen is there. How do they write? They dip in the ink and they write. Again they dip into the ink and they write. Formerly, kings were writing with the feathers. Do you know that? You don't know. Kings were writing in the beginning. They were writing with the feathers. Feather has a tip that was used as the ink, that nib. That is why in certain decorations you will see a scroll. You will see a scroll and with a feather. I will show you. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of writing. They dip into the ink and they will write it. You see, formerly the scroll is like this. Okay, if you check it now in the Google, you will see the scroll is like this. And here they might have kept a feather, any bird's feather, like this. Formerly, people were writing, there will be an ink pot also. So they would dip this side into the ink and they would write. Later what happened? Pen came, nib pen came. And they may dip this nib into the bottle and they would write. Slowly, fountain pen came. We fill in the pen, we write. That is why it is written here, you see. There was a tiny earthen pot. In that there is ink pot, and a red pen. Tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. Before going to the school, grandmother tie everything together. Wooden slate, stone pencil, an ink pot, and a red pen, all tied together with a rope, and hand over to the child. Mone, hold it. Then they go to school. After a breakfast of thick, stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. You see? Very realistic way of presentation. So the slate and writing materials are handed over to the child. So grandmother is free. But grandmother carries something. What is that? After the breakfast, a thick, stale chapati, 2 days old. Stale chapati pasted with some butter and sugar. Grandmother carries on the way to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. You see, you have to understand in your life. The right, attend carefully. You have no textbook. That is why I'm explaining very in detail. You just attend, everything will be grasped. While going to the school, after the breakfast, grandmother handed over the writing materials and the slate to the grandson. Okay? And grandmother carried thick, stale, S-T-A-L-E, thick and stale chapati, pasted with not jam, but butter, and on that little more sugar. She carried, that is for lunch. That is for their lunch. What is their lunch? Stale chapati, valicha chapati. You have to understand, that is why I told that word in Malayalam. Grandmother carried in the morning the valicha chapati, the stale chapati, pasted with butter, Jodi, and sugar. Yesterday at Jodi's house, what happened? Mummy made sambar. And Mummy was attracted by the TV serial for 5 minutes, and the sambar got at the bottom of the pot little, and it had a bad taste, a smell of smoke. And Mummy thought, there is no time, my coach is feeling hungry. My coach, very small, 3-4 years old. Now even also milk bottle is given to her, isn't it? Milk bottle is kept near the pillow, because she gets up in the night, 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and she cries. So Mummy gives the milk bottle. Jyoti? Am I right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If a question is there, answer is yes, sir. Okay. Okay, we don't have the habit of saying Malavika. No, sir, isn't it? Everything is yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Eating sugar only, no papa. Okay. Only for eating sugar, no papa. And Jodi asks, Mummy, what are you doing? What kind of sambar it is? I don't want. Jewel, yesterday when Jewel took the food, there was a small hair in the vegetable, in the dish. He rejected the food. If I were there, I will take it and I will throw it out. It is natural. Mummy prepares food. A small piece may fall into that. This is our nature. You just think about, this is our nature. We are for taste. We are for taste. In our village, there is a fast food shop. Corona season, people are making many agencies. So fast food, very tasty, very tasty. Anjana says, Mama, this is not tasty. If we go to Cochin, Ernakulam, and if we take a chicken biryani from there, how would be it tasty? This is much more tastier than that. We are for taste. Am I right? Am I right? For the taste, we are ready to spend 100 rupees extra. Meryl, am I right? Isn't it? Am I right? It is like that. It is like that. We are not worried about money, but we want taste. Here, grandmother takes for lunch stale chapati. Clear? And the second part is very important. The same chapati, the same type of chapati is taken by grandmother for whom? For the stray dogs. So, in front of grandmother, stray dog and the grandson is barabar, equal. Townsend, can you understand the meaning of this sentence? Can you understand the depth of this sentence? You never thought of it. Grandmother had taken stale chapati with some jam, butter, for the grandson. Stale chapati. Same thing she is giving to the stray dogs also. Suppose if you were the grandchildren there of that grandmother, Malavika, will you eat it? Why, mama? Patikinikim, same food. Don't you know? My papa is in Dubai. He sends me money for my food. And you are giving me stale chapati, which is also thrown to the stray dogs. Mama, I am going to buy. I don't want to stay with you. This is you. This is you, Niranjan. This is you. You means you people. But Kushwant Singh was ready to eat. You see, in the morning it was stale chapati. So how it will be in the noon? After 4 hours? More stale. Alanjina? And it will be more tasty, isn't it? Think. Really, you think about the sentence, the meaning of the sentence. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. Tom Sebastian, do you follow me? Okay. My grandmother always went to school with me. She accompanied me to the school because the school was attached to the temple. Bonus. If you take 1 pants, 2 will be given. 1 jam, 2 jams. Isn't it? There are some offer. Nowadays it is a time of offer. So here grandmother takes the grandson to the school with another purpose, because there was a temple near the school. So child can go and learn, I can go and pray. That is why every day grandmother accompanied the grandson to the school. Because the school was attached to the temple. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer. The priest taught us the morning prayer and alphabets. In the early time, Priests were the teachers. Priests were teachers. The priests taught the alphabet and the Holy Scripture. Gurukulam, where the priest would teach orally, while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda, on both sides of the veranda. Either side means on both sides of the veranda, singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. In a chorus, my grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures. This was the early style of teaching. So when we were learning in the class 1 and 2, very many years ago, around 55, 60 years ago, at that time you were a small germ, a small in the womb of your grandmother, maybe. And in the womb of grandmother, you were there, like a small germ. When we were studying in the lower classes, when we were studying class 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, how do we study the things? One of the students will be coming in front of the class and he will repeat 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 8. We do not know what is this, and we will repeat. 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. Table, multiplication table. We, by hearing and repeating, we learn it by heart. I have studied the multiplication table in the second and third like this. I still remember. If I ask you the syllabus of class 10, will you be able to remember? That is a difference between you and Josie, sir. If I ask you some questions, even I have asked certain questions from the black aeroplane and all these things. His first flight and all, then you are keeping mum. With the 4 months, you forgot everything. You need examination if you want to remember. Am I right? If examination is there, we remember everything. In the examination, you vomit. After vomit, nothing is there inside. Learn for life. Learn for life so that you may remember in the whole life. That is what is called learning. Nehale. That is what is called learning. What you are doing, you are studying. Study for exam, learning for life. Clear now? Study for exams. After the exams, study is over. Learning is for life. If you are learning the things, even after you become a collector, you will continue your learning. You will continue your learning. If you are studying after the exams, your study is over, book is thrown out. Clear now? This is what is there. Learn from life. Learn for life. You see, learn from life experience. Learn for life. That is why it is told, you should be a student till the graveyard. Till death, you should be a student. You should learn. Devika, can you understand me? Navarin, you follow me? So don't be a student who studies, but be a student who learns. Difference is there. A lot of difference is there. So here, you see, here, while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda, singing the alphabet or prayer in chorus, my grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures. When we had both finished, so prayers of grandmother finished. My learning over. We would walk back together. We both would come back home. This time, the village dogs would meet us at the temple. Seeing grandmother, all the stray dogs, all the village dogs would follow her because they know she has brought food for them. All the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. They followed us to our home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis we throw to them. So after the prayer and after the class, grandmother and the grandson were coming back home. While coming back home, grandmother would throw the stale chapati on the road for the dogs. For the stale chapati, the dogs would fight each other. This was a regular scene in their life. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, parents reached Dubai. After 3 years, they got a flat there, comfortable. They are taking wife. He is taking, her parents are taking the children to Dubai. You are going there and getting admission to school and living there. See? When my parents were comfortably, first what did he say to you? Mone, be with the mama and let me go and see whether it is comfortable after Corona. Is it comfortable or not? Otherwise, I have to come back again. So you be here. Okay, for 2 years, you stay here and study. Comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. They sent people to take grandmother and grandson to the city. That was a turning point in our friendship. Underline. The turning point was moving to the city from the village. Once parents settled comfortably in the city, parents took grandmother and the grandson to the city. This movement was a turning point in their life, in their relationship, in their friendship. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. That we will see in the next class. Okay. Thank you.